So I promised a video on Thursday, which is today. It's 6:30 p.m. Ugh. I mean, I wasn't planning to put on my pajamas, but let's be real, I'm not going to be leaving the house again today. Someone suggested I do a garden tour, and I thought that was a good idea. And that's what I kind of had planned to do today. And then the weather. Here's my garden. It looks nice and sunny outside, but it's actually raining. And then there's this, which is right after the tiles were laid, one of them broke. And we're just waiting, hoping that someone's actually gonna come back and fix that. The weather really didn't cooperate, and by the time it did, I went out to snap some shots. Everything else upset me so much that I really didn't want to record anything. So here's the deal. I'm just gonna tell you about the garden and the things that are going on there because it's not that exciting. I hope to one day have a thriving foresty jungle in my backyard. But for now, and especially because we just moved in and we kind of missed the planting season with all the things that we had to do, there was just, there's tractors and things happening. So it's just mud forever. And I was dying to get some garden beds put in. I really wanted a couple of garden beds, just grow a little bit of vegetables, just something to grow, to have that experience, our first summer here. I really, really wanted that. And it was like the universe just did not let me do it. I don't have time for it today, but I'm going to do like a really cool in-depth video about that because there was a lot. The point is, I did 2 raised garden beds. I made them a little bit deeper, and I just wanted to put something in it that would grow, that we could eat, hopefully. I bought some little tomato plants and was like, okay, now I have to build those because if I don't, I'll have wasted the money on this, which is a great motivation for me. So it was not easy. We got it done, but it was, I think, the beginning of June before I started planting anything because May was the worst May I've ever experienced since I've been in Slovenia. It was rainy and cold and miserable for the entire month. I think it rained probably 25 days out of the month of May. It was awful. It was so horrible. It was impossible to plant anything. And even if you could, it was like, well, it'll probably drown. So what do I have out there right now? I have one little garden bed that has some Calendula Flowers, which I really like. I didn't know how much I would enjoy seeing flowers bloom, but it's just so wonderful to look out your window and see that pop of color. And then I've got these 2 basil plants that I picked up as teeny tiny little basil plants, and they have grown. They took forever to finally grow to a point where I felt like I could pick from them and not kill the plant. And then they just took off and they're blooming, and I'm just letting everything bloom as much as it wants. I'm kind of going all like free spirit on this because I thought next year I'll plan and plant accordingly. This year, I really don't care. I don't have time to care. We still have a lot of unfinished projects with the house, so I'm just letting it do its nature thing. And then we have tomatoes, and we have so many tomatoes. And the reason I have so many tomatoes is because I had this grandiose idea that I was gonna make salsa. I was gonna make so much salsa, and I was gonna can it so that I would have salsa, real salsa, all year round. But it's not looking great. And I have some little coriander or cilantro plants in the other garden bed, but I'm thinking I'm gonna transplant them because they're growing so slow. So I think they're not happy there. I had them in between the peppers, the bell peppers, paprika, and I put them there because it seemed like a little bit of shade and I didn't want the plants to wilt. And then in the other garden bed, like I said, I have the cilantro, and I also have some of the peppers. I have some Swiss chard that I planted, which is not doing well. And I kind of suspect the corn is to blame for all of this. Like the corn is taking up all the space and nutrients. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. And then I've got little radishes everywhere and some carrots. You guys going to bed? And lots of beans and some flowers. Hello. Where was I? I don't remember. I have a garden there. Some of the things are blooming and I'm just leaving them because I really want to attract pollinators to my garden and I want to supply bees with nectar. So I'm just kind of letting things free bloom. I'm coining a new phrase. It's free blooming. So I'm just letting it go. And at the end of the season, I'm just kind of gonna, yes.
Will you wish Leia and I had
There's my garden tour. Oh my gosh, I've like started and stopped so many times now. I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know how much I shared. I don't know what you know or what you saw. By the time I get this up and like put out there, oh Lord, I hope that my goal is that this does not take more than an hour to put together because I don't want to spend my whole night doing this. This was a mistake. Why did I do this? We were gonna go on vacation and now the weather is really bad, so we're not. And I think I'm mentally like wrestling with that. I try to have no expectations, but there they are. Hopefully we'll go on vacation next week because there should be good weather. And that should make for a little interesting content. And also, don't get your hopes up because I have really taken those vacation moments and those whole family moments to just be together and not think about recording or creating, which I think is really important, even though I know it makes great content. It's like, I'm not here for the clicks. I'm not here for the views. But I am here for the likes and subscribes. If you haven't, would you mind doing that? I'd really appreciate it. I'm kidding. I don't care. Yes, please do whatever you want. This has got to end. I'll maybe upload next week, but I make no promises.